Hi, I'm Michael. My co-publisher, Sophia, and I have decided to attempt to record alternatively a little piece each week to add to the Echo World YouTube channel. Sophia did the first one, which came out exquisite. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to recite the story as I remember it that I wrote up and printed in the December issue of the Echo World. We're calling this section Magical Extras of the Echo World. So Sophia and I met in Peru and Bolivia and courted over the internet for 2 years. And then we agreed to live and travel in Mexico for 6 months. The beginning of that, I was still trying to tie up loose ends in San Diego at some of the jobs I'd been working and get enough money to travel for months in Mexico. So we were living on the beach in Tijuana. I was going across the border at 3 a.m. And spending a night or two at my son's house in San Diego to do some work there. And then I was doing the rest of the work out of the cafes, my telephone and computers on the Playa de Tijuana. Now, downtown Tijuana has got a bad rep. We found it exquisite. As long as you stay away from anything that feels like it might be drug-related, it's inexpensive food, friendly people, nice atmosphere. But the playa is beyond. You can sit in a cafe at night and watch the lights from San Diego. You can walk the beach and swim in the water, and families stay out until 1 a.m. on the weekends. Sophia and I rented an apartment just a block off the beach, and it was a sweet little place. One morning was going to go to the cafe to work and was using the bathroom when I looked down, and out of the wall, these 7 3-inch high figures. I rubbed my eyes, but they didn't go away. The two stepped forward and explained to me that they were the leaders of a group of almost ageless elf-like folk who had lived on the playa long before the Native Americans had come there, that they had lived with the Native Americans, and that when the Spanish had come and built haciendas, they had moved into the haciendas. They really preferred playing in the waves with crabs and fishes and seaweed, but they liked to come up to where the old haciendas were, that there now were apartments, and find people that they found interesting. And they had found us interesting. Not the first, not the last, I suppose. They then proceeded to act out to me what Sophia and I had done the night before. We had been bringing through voices, and we hadn't quite agreed on some of the details. So it got a little animated, and the elves started acting really indignant, and the male leader's head started getting really large, and the female started saying, "But you're hurting my feelings, but you're hurting my feelings." And the elves started, the other 5 elves started flying around like comets, and finally everyone fell down on the floor asleep. And then one of the elves lit up like a sun. I'm assuming they were elves. They said they were elves. And the other elf slowly got up, and the male elf and the female elf leader said to each other, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I lost perspective." And they hugged. And then all the elves sang, "When will we ever learn? When will we ever learn?" And then they danced back into the wall and vanished. Now, I wrote these stories up with a bit of embellishment, rather whimsical, but I believe it happened. I finished up my business in the bathroom and ran out to tell Sophia the unlikely story. She didn't quite know what to make of it. And neither would have I, except for the 6 weeks we were there. They kept coming through the wall and acting out different things that had happened to Sophia and I, and other people in our lives, and other things in the most hilarious ways that helped me see how silly I was and how silly our lives were and how silly the world is. Uh, what an amazing, unlikely gift to be given, to have beings like that that might have been ancient um, take the time and energy to entertain us. Okay, that's pretty much the story. We went on from there, and I'll tell you other stories other times. Join us next week. Sophia will have another. This is the Echo World and the Magical Extra. Thank you.